Welcome back to Leonard Brothers Game. I'm David.
I'm John.
I'm playing more Mario 64.
Yeah.
In the interim, I managed to catch that bunny rabbit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get any video evidence of that.
So proof. We have 17 stars now, so
Okay.
if you saw beforehand, we only had 16 stars.
Yeah, we could get another star somehow some other way, but yeah.
I can't angle the camera to jump on that side. Well, I need to go that way. The bomb's that way, with the launching pad.
Oh.
And the
yeah.
flying. I need to go that way.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's just,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't believe me.
Well. Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't see it over there because the N64 doesn't generate it yet, but, you know, it's there. Seriously.
Oh, yay.
Oh, yay. See? There's that. And I can't insta-death no matter what I try to do.
You didn't jump close enough to the edge, then.
It's very annoying. I'm going to get one more shot, because I have one more life. And if I can't make it, I'm going to try a different level, because it's frustrating. Yeah, it will. Sure will.
Hey! Talking about that one series you're talking about earlier.
Incomparable DND.
Yeah.
Anyways, they encountered another room with a set of plate mail. And if you remember John's description of the game, of Dark Sun, plate mail, you know, armor is like really, really rare in the game.
Well, like, yeah, metallic armor.
Metallic armor, yeah.
You can have, like, you know, armor made out of shells or obsidian or rock, yeah.
What? I did 3 jumps! Are you kidding me? Ugh.
I'm not kidding you.
Okay, I'm trying a different level. Anyways, but none of them could use it because their caster, you know, their level in general, their class and stuff wasn't really compatible with it. Most people would just like, oh, really? Anyways,
what'd they do?
What'd they do? They encountered another room that had a button puzzle. So it's like, you know, the DM said like 3 or 4 buttons. And so the player's just like, which is it, 3 or 4? You gotta have a specific number. Okay, 3. There are 3 buttons. Well, what do they do? Well, do a knowledge check. Do like a knowledge dungeoneering check. It's like, okay, these buttons, if you'd use them in the proper order, would have disabled the puzzle that killed your party. That nearly killed your party. I'm like, oh, well, if we had known that earlier, but none of you have a high enough, you know, logic, I guess, to have figured out the puzzle. Oh, come on. 7. Hey, there we go. Star! Oh, sweet, precious star. Anyways, so what they triggered was a whole bunch of skeletons, which were like, you know, armored skeletons that way too. So that's kind of irritating.
Ooh.
And now, yeah, armored skeletons.
Yeah, when you take the armor though.
Apparently it's too unique sized for them. They couldn't.
Uniquely sized for the halfling skeletons, or
I don't recall. It just said it wasn't compatible. The armor wasn't compatible. Anyways, oh, insta death. Gotta be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were saying.
Yeah. It's hard to remember and play at the same time. But that's oh, a bunch of cool stuff that I was listening to too, and it was just like, it's so hard to put it all together. How about we just talk about some of our adventures? Isn't that more interesting?
I suppose so.
Stuff that we've done instead of stuff that other people have done.
Sorry. I don't know. You want me to talk about the monster campaign?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
All right. So, my first venture into being a dungeon master, we had David, Adam, and Franklin, and we said, okay, well, let's all play monsters, basically. So, Franklin played a drow, David played a warforge,
Charger, yeah.
Charger, whatever it was. And they were both, well, Drow, of course, was evil. The warforged Charger was neutral. And Adam, being the twerp that he was, or is, decided to play a gold dragon. And they're good. In fact, he decided to play a Paladin Gold Dragon. And it's like, alright. Here you are with an evil drow. And this...
Neutral Warforged.
Yeah. It's like, whatever, fine. Silly people. And so, they end up being encountered by Team Rocket. Jesse and James. And they basically offer them a pokeball. And they want them to have them capture some kind of really neat monster, some kind of creature, in this pokeball, and bring it back to them for a prize. And because they also are encountered by a guy who basically I was trying to suggest was kind of like Mr. Smith from Lost in Space. That sort of personality, who was going to be the insurance guy, inspector, for a new island called Jurassic Park, basically. So he was to go there, and unlike the lawyer in Jurassic Park, this guy, decides, you know what, I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm going to an island full of dinosaurs. I'm going to get some protection, I'm going to be well defended so I don't die while I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't really expect this place to be very successful, so whatever. And so, he hires them, and then they're approached by Jesse and James. And, of course, the drow, being the jerk that he was, decided to kill James because they kind of made it somewhat threatening, hey, to come back with the Pokeball with a dinosaur inside. And he didn't take well to that. So it's like, okay, James dies. And, and they were able to have him resurrected back, because that costs money. And so they end up going to the island and getting teleported there. And of course, they end up finding a guy who's David. Take your time to jump down to that. Just take your time, dude. Almost. I know you said speedrun and all, but when you're repeating yourself, it's not very speedy.
Am I repeating myself?
Yes. So, they end up finding a couple of bizarre little characters, and they're asked, okay, well, how do you go down this train railway track, and just go for the ride, basically. See all the dinosaurs you can on the way there. And so they do, and of course there's a break in the track partway through, and they end up climbing out, of course, because that's what you do. And they end up finding, was it basically a Brachiosaurus or something?
Something like that.
It was one of the really, really huge herbivores. And a Triceratops. And I tell you, the Triceratops doesn't seem to have any issue with them, but the Brachiosaurus seems to dislike them entirely. So the dinosaurs start duking out with each other, and they decide to also intervene. And so the drow actually try to cast something, I think.
Oh.
And he ended up being crushed.
Oh, no! Ah! He wouldn't jump.
Yeah. And so they had actually already gone to a cave prior to this, and found a green dragon inside the cave and some dwarves. Mm-hmm. And basically said to the dwarves, okay, dwarves, we just rescued you. You're going to come with us to kill this dragon. And so they...
You didn't mean for that to happen.
No, like, okay. I guess we're following you then. And so they go find the green dragon, and they start suffocating him with a bag of holding over his head.
I grapple him. I do a successful grapple check and get on his neck And then I put a bag of holding over his head.
Yeah.
And hold it and do a couple of successful.
So once, he finally, lost enough oxygen and had passed out, basically. That's, of course, when you capture them in the Pokeball. So, and of course, once you capture a creature, you can name it then. It doesn't matter if it already had a name or not. You can name it because it's your Pokeball. So, okay, I'm just going to say the name that they chose is not family appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. My big green something. I'll just say that was what they called it. And so they then once they just found this the two dinosaurs fighting each other. Okay, well, how can we deal with this? This is an impossible issue. Like, wait a minute. So the larger one ends up actually turning around and tries to charge at them, and I rolled the attack, and he rolled a 1. So as he tries to make the charge, he trips and falls. And, he wasn't attacking them, he was attacking the other dinosaur.
Yeah.
And, so, they're trying to think, okay, he's down on the ground now, he's fallen, he's facing away from us. What could we do? So, the Drow, even though he's dead, player for the Drow, Franklin, said, well, you do have the Pokeball. Why don't you use that? And they're like, oh, yeah! So, remember they captured a green dragon, and green dragons are acid. Yeah. So, basically, they approached the dragon.
Nope.
Ooh, close. Jump up there. That one. Yeah. Burp. There you go. And,
Nope.
Good job. Yeah.
Save. I hit that. Anyway, keep going.
They approached the green dragon, and, they, basically crammed the Pokeball up its butt and said, my big green blank, I choose you. And so the green dragon, of course, appears within the body of the dinosaur. And of course, it kills the dragon because he can't be inside the dinosaur. And since he's an acid dragon and he gets killed, he starts bleeding, and of course, it kills the dinosaur from within. Yeah. So, needless to say, the of course, even though they're monsters, they were still like their first kind of first level. So the Dungeon Master guy didn't really have any suggestion as to how many XP they should get for that. Yeah. So I had to sort of cobble together something there.
Basically, we all had level adjustments anyways.
Yeah.
So it was like 50,000 XP or something
the
ridiculously high for a lot of us, and that was that part was cool.
They end up going to the other end of the island and discovering that the island itself is actually an enormous turtle. That the dinosaurs have been there for, generations upon generations, along with, any other kind of reptilian sort of races. Like, they also encountered, like, a small, they weren't kobold, but they were, could have been, they were, like, even smaller than kobold. They were, I forget what race I said that we were. It was something legitimate, like, in one of the books.
Something.
Or maybe it might have been being one of the,
oh well. Until next time, happy game.